Tinubu, who recommended Buhari in 2015, is coming out to tell us that Obasanjo does not have what it takes to recommend presidents. But if he had recommended him, of course, maybe then he will be fit to recommend presidents for Nigerians. Well, the All Progressives Congress presidential candidate Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu said former President Olusegun Obasanjo was not qualified to recommend or endorse anyone as president of Nigeria because of his failures. Ooh. Somebody who has failed and you went to him. You went to him and you people were on this propaganda that he had endorsed you. Your people said he had endorsed you. You were there all over the place saying that they're saying that there's no way he could endorse somebody who is not from his tribe. You see how they think. This man opens his mouth and the supporters, they open their mouth, wow, like tap water. Tinubu said this on Thursday in Edo State while speaking at the APC presidential campaign rally held at the University of Benin Sports Complex, Ukowo Campus, Benin. The APC flag bearer said Obasanjo failed to develop the country when he had the opportunity, but rather was fighting his then Vice President Atiku Abubakar, accusing each other of spending the country's money for their personal comforts. Tinubu also noted that after spending $16 billion on electricity, Obasanjo and the PDP government could not deliver electricity for Nigerians to make even popcorn. As Lagos governor, Tinubu recalled how he brought Aaron power to generate electricity and solve the power problem in the commercial nerve center of the country, but the project was frustrated by the Obasanjo-led PDP government. Now, ordinary this, are they the ones frustrating traffic? No, are they the ones frustrating this? The whole place is so dirty. The whole place is so dirty. Inside major town, you will see debris, you will see dustbin. Inside major town, it is the federal government that is frustrating it. Can you imagine? Tinubu said, I brought Aaron to solve electricity problem and help Lagos economy, but Obasanjo and PDP frustrated it. They punished me and Lagos people and even began deducting our money. I created local governments in Lagos State to accelerate development and create employment for our people, but Obasanjo seized our allocation and punished us for that. Are you supposed to create a local government constitutionally? Please, if what he said is supposed to do that, let's get that right. So you know that Obasanjo did all of this. You see, all of you who are following all these politicians, you should get your head checked. The same man, see all these things. So he knows all of these things. And if you see the crowd, the entourage that followed him to meet Obasanjo for Obasanjo to endorse him. So he knew all these failures of Obasanjo. He still went ahead to meet him to endorse him. So if Obasanjo had endorsed him now, you see that the narrative will change. But they know the right, they know some things that are not right. He said that was wickedness, and such a man said he endorsed a man for you to vote as president. Can you follow such a man? Can Obasanjo recommend a leader for anyone in Nigeria? A man who does not know the way cannot show the way. The former governor of Lagos said the PDP presidential candidate Atiku was not qualified to be president of Nigeria, having indicted himself on his record as a civil servant. He indicted himself. Did any court of competence court of jurisdiction convicted him? Just the way you are talking about drugs about you. So you want to talk about somebody who did not do well or his record as a civil servant indicted himself. So you want people to believe that, but you don't want people to believe your own drug case. Atiku and Obasanjo accused themselves of using Nigeria's money to buy cars for their comfort. Atiku was a custom officer who said he made money selling cars. That is smuggling. That is smuggling. He didn't even know that a civil servant cannot do any other business apart from agriculture. And the same man, some years back, you gave him a ticket. You all agreed to give him tickets. You know all of this is. For all of you who have followed these politicians, once they do wrong thing, you cannot correct them. Everything, yes sir, yes sir. You cannot say, oh no, in this area, he didn't do well. Oh yes, in this area, yes, it's fine. But everything, it is all good. God forbid you, honestly. You people that if you are in that category, that even those people you think you like, even when they make mistakes, you don't even point it out that no, in this area, no, he didn't, it's not right. So he knew all of these things and they have been together. Oh my God, it's just unfortunate. He didn't even know that a civil servant, he's still referring to article, that a civil servant cannot do any other business apart from agriculture. That is enough to disqualify him and he is not fit to be president. On his plan for the economy and Edo people, Tinubu said it was time to eliminate darkness and make the economy of the country productive through massive industrialization, promising to make Edo State a hub of industrial activities and energy state. He applauded the return of Benin artifacts by some Western nations, but urged the countries to pay some money to Edo State, having made huge money from the returned artifacts through tourism and exhibitions. He said, Edo people, prosperity has come, happiness has come, hope is back in your homes, knowledge is back in your community. I am happy about the return artifacts. They are bringing our artifacts. I support the Oba of Benin who said our heritage must come back, but I disagree with the Europeans. They have used our artifacts for exhibitions and tourism for decades in their museums to make money. They should not just send them back without money. When I become president, I will ask them to pay us restitution. I will contribute to the building of the museum in Benin. Tinubu told the Edo people that his administration will focus on job creation through small-scale industries, build a credible credit system for capital formation, bring multi-billion dollars investment to Edo State, and end estimated electricity billing. We hear you. Believe them at your own peril. OBJ, the father of democracy, not only in Nigeria but also in Africa, and well recognized worldwide, can never be compared to Tinubu, tax collector. OBJ has every right to recommend presidents. As for me, Lasma collected 25,000 naira from me, also made me miss a very important meeting that can change my life. Hence, I must vote wisely. There was interview by Christian Amanpo with Buhari where she asked Buhari that Obasanjo endorsed him against Jonathan, and Buhari was very happy and said Obasanjo was a great man and ready to welcome many people to their party because of this endorsement. So why Obasanjo's endorsement of Peter Obi has now become crime to the presidency? Ataya, Ataya. Honestly speaking, OBJ is mentally and physically stronger than Tinubu. Check and listen to their speech. OBJ talks makes sense. Of course, he makes sense. The best lines in Obasanjo's statements are very instructive. It is about we and us, and not about me and I, Emilokan. So I have decided to vote wisely. What about you? Cry as you would. He said you are not. Tinubu, Obasanjo said you are not qualified by his own assessment. The Obasanjo you know will not change his mind. Chief Obasanjo said you didn't have powers under the constitution to create more local governments against the spirit of the constitution. Neither did you have the powers to share revenue accruing to the constitutionally recognized local governments to development centers. If you have a bite at the presidency, God forbid, you will begin to create illegal states with names unknown to the constitution and say you were creating more employment for the people and change the revenue formula to favor your cronies. Obi Yusuf everywhere you go in Nigeria to Aso Rock. He was just making math. Did he have the power to create local governments? Well, this endorsement really pain them. Oh. Don't forget Peter Obi is coming. We're in the constitution that gives you a governor the right to create local government. That is to say that you are using the opportunity to defraud federal government. This man is nothing but calamity to Nigeria. So let us even hear all this here Igbe wages, whether he has the right. The additional created local government was the reason you guys keep on flooding Lagos from your unsafe hostile. No, does he have the right to create? That is not what we are telling you. Can you imagine? Well, you lack knowledge. Instead of you to read and be informed, you are displaying your ignorance. Let me tell you, it is within the constitutional right of a governor to create local government. Federal government thought the National Assembly will over validate it. But people can clamor for local government autonomy through the governors. Bola Tinubu, note, you also recommended Tinubu or recommended a PMB for Nigerians and sponsored him then after a lot of promises to Nigerians that there will be a restructuring of seaports, refineries and international airports. What is the inflation and exchange rate today? What happened at Lekki Toll Gate? You acted against the constitution by the action. It means you are voted for. You will always violate constitution you are expected to defend. But you can recommend governors in Southwest. It's payback time for you. If Obasanjo had endorsed you, you won't say all this. Rather, you will be praising him with your supporters. Can you see life? That's so the life be, oh. That's so the life be.